With a season of ups and downs for Barcelona. Yes, we have made comebacks, but when it mattered most, we have crumbled under pressure in the big games. Barcelona had the chance to top La Liga, but they didn't take it. But now, there are no excuses left. It's Atletico Madrid coming at the Camp Nou and Barcelona. This is it. It's a make or break for Ronald Koeman's side. How's it going, guys? And welcome here to Barca Variety, and welcome to the big clash, the one we've all anticipated. Atletico Madrid coming to visit Barcelona at the Camp Nou. This is going to be intriguing, and we're going to be talking about the game in full length and in full detail. So let's get started. Kickoff will be coming an earlier kickoff, 4:15 p.m. live from the Camp Nou. And these are the times all around the world where you can watch this game wherever you are. And guys, before we do get into the action, I just want to let you know that we will be wearing the special edition kit that we wore in the Clasico. And guys, that brings us to the opponents and our rivals, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Sevilla. And I was going to discuss with you the opponents' games, but there isn't really much to discuss because this weekend is huge, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's all the top four teams coming up against each other. Barcelona coming up against Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid coming up against Sevilla. And you can see the La Liga table. Atletico Madrid in first place with 76 points, but we can leapfrog them if we do get the 3 points. Real Madrid tied with Barcelona on points, and Sevilla, after losing their game, staying on 70 points, and we are all on the same matches played. And this weekend, you can see that it is huge. It is crucial to be 200% focused because if we win and Real Madrid slip up against a tough Sevilla side, we have done it. I think we have done it because the Atletico Madrid game is so crucial. But then, if we do take a look at the form of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, because there are two different stories, but they're in some way similar. Barcelona, they've come off a 3-2 win, and Atletico Madrid, they've come off a narrow 1-0 win against Elche. And you can see the form, you can relate the form. Barcelona has dropped some points, key points in the La Liga territories, and so has Atletico Madrid. But right now, what I want to look is that their last game. I want to highlight their game against Elche, their away game, where they traveled to Elche to play them at their home stadium. They barely got past Elche. They did get that one goal, coming from Marcus Llorente, a guy that is on hot fire form this season, and we have to keep an eye on him. But Elche did have a chance to equalize from the penalty spot, but unfortunately, they didn't put that penalty away. And Atletico Madrid, they are really having concerning moments. And this is what we need to take advantage of. And when you do take a look at the last five meetings and the head to head record, it really is a tough game. It really is tough to play Atletico Madrid. Whether it's at the Camp Nou, whether it's at the Wanda Metropolitano, we've got 22 wins, 11 draws, and 6 losses versus them in 39 matches played. And then, when we do take a look at the last 5 meetings with Atletico Madrid, you take a look at that 2-0 that was decisive from Suarez, he scored that, and then 1-0 that late winner from Messi. The Spanish Super Cup, they did get that 3-2 win. And then in La Liga, last season we tied with them 2-2 with all penalty goals. And then our last meeting is the one that we need to look back at and analyze, because if Ronald Koeman gets this ready, if Ronald Koeman goes back to that 1-0 defeat and analyzes it and has a plan coming to this game, I'm sure we will get the 3 points from this game. And guys, talking about Ronald Koeman and speaking about him, the pressure is mounting on Ronald Koeman. He needs to perform in these big games. He needs to come to these big games with a plan, and he hasn't done so good in big games. You can blame it on the players, but Ronald Koeman, he's the coach, and of course, he has to take some blame. And Ronald Koeman, for me, not only is this important for the La Liga title race, but also to prove that he can do it in the big games. But then, it's not only Ronald Koeman who has all the pressure on his shoulders, but it's also Diego Simeone, the Atletico Madrid manager. He has never won at the Camp Nou, and he is trying to do it. He loses sleep over winning at the Camp Nou. He really, really wants it. He is a brilliant, brilliant coach, but Atletico Madrid, he has been there for so, so long. He knows everything. He changed their playing style. And Diego Simeone, if he doesn't win La Liga, reports are saying that he could be sacked next season. So one thing you can see here is that both coaches have immense pressure on them heading to this game. But then, if we actually do take a look at Atletico Madrid and the way they will play, we know it won't be open play. We know that they will sit deep. Yes, they do also need the win, but they will sit deep. And then, the huge thing heading to this game is finding a way through that defense. I'm not saying it will be easy. It could come from a set piece, a corner, an individual performance, but we need to find a way through that defense. Their defense is rock solid. It is the best defense in La Liga, and you can go on as far to say the best defense in the world. And we need to be careful when playing a high line versus Atletico Madrid because we remember the last game, and I told you if Ronald Koeman analyzes it, we will get the 3 points because they will hit us on the counter attack, and we saw it with the pace of Yannick Carrasco, and now they also have Marcus Llorente with the pace and Suarez. Of course, he isn't the fastest, but he is a goal scorer, so we'll need to be careful when they hit us on the counter attack. And Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, he can't take that risk unless he is 100% sure he will get the ball. Guys, I want to talk to you about one player, and this is a Barcelona legend. This is someone who has done it all with Barcelona. He has completed it all with Barcelona. It is the return of none other than Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan pistolero. And this guy is a goal scorer. Maybe he doesn't have the pace, but he will trouble us. And we need to keep him quiet if we want to have any chance of winning this game. We saw it at Barcelona, how he can have just a bad game and just score those goals. So when he does score those goals, we will be in real, real trouble. And he is an experienced goal scorer to keep an eye on. But then, it's not only Luis Suarez for Atletico Madrid, but it's also, I want to highlight another man, and it is Marcos Llorente. And if you do remember that Liverpool game, that is when he actually break through the starting 11 of Real Madrid. He became a starter overnight for Diego Simeone, and he is brilliant. He has like 10 assists, 10 plus assists plus goals in La Liga. He has over that amount, and he is brilliant this season. He has the versatility. He can play anywhere on that field. He can play in midfield. If you put him as a false nine, he can play there. If you put him as a striker, a right back, center back, it really doesn't matter for him. But Marcus Llorente, one thing I want to highlight is the pace. The pace that will trouble us with Yannick Carrasco if we don't do well defending their counterattacks. Yes, we will play a high line. Yes, we will have possession. That is why we need to be careful on the counterattacks of Atletico Madrid. But then, if you do take a look at the other hand of things, you can't just look at Atletico Madrid and say they will hit us on the counterattack. They've got fast players. They've got a goal scorer, Luis Suarez. You gotta also look at our form heading into this game. And one man I want to highlight that is going to be so key heading into this game is Antoine Griezmann. He is on brilliant form heading into this game, and if he does continue that form, he will get a goal, and he will be so crucial in this game. And let's not forget, we also have Messi. We have the pace of Ousmane Dembele. We need to find a way to get through their defense, whether it's from set pieces, corners. I don't care. We need to get the job done here, and I'm not saying it is easy. And that takes us to Ronald Koeman's starting 11 squad. They did release a squad list, and as you can see, Martin Braithwaite makes his return, but of course, he is not expected to start this game, and that takes us to the starting 11. And we all know Ronald Koeman will put the strongest possible starting 11 that he believes in. So it will be Marc-Andre Ter Stegen in goal, and then you know it will be Lenglet, and you know it will be Piqué. But then, at that right centre back spot, do you go for Ronald Araujo or do you go for Oscar Mingueza? Now, Ronald Koeman is hesitating for which one to go. But for me, I think Ronald Koeman will go for Ronald Araujo, and I would go for Ronald Araujo. Simply because he will keep Carrasco shut down. He will shut down Carrasco. Unlike Oscar Mingueza, he hasn't got the physicality of Araujo and the pace of Araujo. Araujo is very fast and he's very physical. And I believe he can shut down all that threat from that left-hand side that will cause us problems. And then, at left wing back, we all know it is going to be Jordi Alba, and then we do move on to the right wing back. It's another big decision because Serginho Dest has been suffering from discomfort, and it's not a big decision because it's hard to choose. Because if they are both fully fit, I would definitely go for Serginho Dest. But then Ronald Koeman is hesitating again. This is another spot he is hesitating in, simply because Serginho Dest is having some discomfort. And for that right wing back spot, I would still go for Serginho Dest, simply because Roberto has been outstandingly poor. You cannot describe how poor Roberto has been in recent games. And then we do move on to the three-man midfield. Of course, it will be Frank de Jong alongside Busquets, who has been picking up some form lately, and his passes and his assists. And then the big decision. Again, this is another decision that Ronald Koeman is hesitating between. You go for Messi, Griezmann, and Ousmane Dembele, or do you go for Pedri, Messi, and Griezmann? And I do think Ronald Koeman would go for Pedri, Messi, and Antoine Griezmann, continuing his fine form, leading that line. And that completes my starting 11. And guys, I think that this team, if they are 200% focused, they will get the 3 points against Atletico Madrid at the Camp Nou, and that does take us to the prediction, because I predict that we will get the job done. I'm a little bit more optimistic in this game. I think it will be Barcelona 2, Atletico 1. We won't see many goals, don't expect so many goals. It will be around 0-0, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Nothing more than that. It won't be a crazy scoreline, and we know that because Atletico Madrid will defend very deep. And guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you after the game.